Happy Star Wars Celebration, guys. Now, I'm not reviewing one of the movies, but I'm reviewing one of the games. And that certain game happens to be one of my favorite games of all time. Let's get into it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic apparently takes place 4,000 years before the Phantom Menace, and you play as a Jedi who awakens on this starship while it's being attacked by Sith troopers along with a Sith Jedi. You have amnesia and you're accompanying a Jedi named Bastila who specifically requested you to help her on this mission, and you don't know what the heck is going on, and it turns out that way later in the game that you have a special purpose. Alright guys, so let's get into Knights of the Old Republic. I'm not into RPGs so much. Final Fantasy, I mean, as much as it is groundbreaking, I'm not the biggest RPG fan, but I'm gonna tell you guys, this is one of the first turn-based RPGs I ever fell in love with. Not just because it's Star Wars, but because of its storyline of how the turn-based gameplay actually works, and of the characters and all the force powers. Now, this is from Bioware, who also brought us the Mass Effect trilogy. Do I need to say any more than that? Way down the game, you find out a very shocking plot twist, which, if you guys haven't played the game, spoiler, because I'm also going to tell a little story that happened when I was, I think, early teenager days, I think. Fun little story time, basically. My cousin-in-law, John, came out with my cousin Sunday along with her kids, and one morning, on the morning they left, I believe, I was playing Knights of the Old Republic. I was having so much trouble with one mission, and my cousin-in-law, John, who had been in the game, helped me out, and I was like, oh, okay, for one certain part. I think you were on Kashyyyk, you just got the Jedi Jolee, I think his name is. He's the one that has the green lightsaber, I believe. Just as I was about to leave, he just says to me, I'm gonna tell you who you are before you leave, and I said, who? They said, you're Revan, dude. I did not want to actually believe this at first, because Revan was the old Sith Lord. Because anyone who knows me, when I play games like this, I like to always play on the good side of the Force, or just the good side of anything. I never like going on the dark side because I always end up feeling bad about it. I was like, yeah, you know what, okay, he's just screwing. I get further and further in the game, and then as soon as I saw the plot twist, my jaw dropped. I guarantee my reaction to finding out that plot twist was the same reaction that everyone had when they found out that Darth Vader was Luke's father. That's how big it was to me, because I was so attached to that character. When I found out that my character was the old Sith Lord, that was insane. And I just love the storyline of the game, how you're just accompanying a Jedi who happens to be one of the most powerful Jedi in the world, how you form the friendships with Karth, who is my favorite person to have in my party. And now in terms of the party system, basically you had Karth, you had Mission Vale, you had Balthazar, Zalbar. I think his name was Zalbar. It was the Wookiee who was coming in Vale. You had Canderous, who was the missionary, he was a bounty hunter. You had the HK-47. I always called him, for some reason, I called him the AK-47 for some reason. I don't know why. You also had Juhani, who was always with me in Karth whenever I had the two of them. Basically, I had set up two party members, two sets of parties every time I went out for a planet. It was either Karth and Juhani, or it was Mission Vale and Zalbar. Those are always my two party members I always take out, because I had a feeling that I didn't need anybody else, to be honest. But regardless, I mean, even since I didn't bring out all of my party members, I always did talk to them on the Ebon Hawk, which was another badass version of the Millennium Falcon from the films. And I'd always talk to them with their backstories, and their backstories were interesting, but my favorite backstories to find out, honestly, were of Mission Vale, Karth, and Juhani. Those are the backstories I was always interested in. I always hassled Zalbar to get grenades all the time, because I use those things so much. If you haven't played this game, guys, it's out for the PC. It's out for the original Xbox, it's compatible to 360, it's out for Macs, it's out for the iPhone, it's out for Androids, I believe. Yeah, if you haven't played this game, you only have yourself to blame for that. You know what the strange thing was? Every time I had a party member out with me, I never had one that had melee, one that had, you know, ranged combat. Every single time I had someone out with me, it was always melee combat, but you know what? Seeing 3 against 1 in sword combat always satisfied me. I was always on the light side, except for one playthrough, which I'll get to a little bit. If you did some certain things, I mean, now, again, guys, this is a Bioware game. If you're not familiar with Bioware games, they always had that path where they're going the dark or on the light side. It always happened with Mass Effect. You either get Paragon or Renegade points. But the thing with this game is, unlike the Mass Effect games, now, I'm going to say right now, guys, I love Knights of the Old Republic way more than Mass Effect. Also, the gameplay is so much fun. You do the critical strikes, the flurries, the power strikes. The power strikes were always so much fun to execute, along with the flurries, because you would always go like using the force powers were great. I would have maybe 2 Sith powers, but I would mostly use either stasis or heal, of course, because I consider myself a paladin in those games. You could use dual lightsabers, which was great. I would add a green and a blue lightsaber. But the soundtrack in the game is absolutely incredible. The story is great, the gameplay is great, the characters are great, the voice acting is amazing, your progression throughout it. And by the way, guys, Knights of the Old Republic was so good that it's one of the very few games I have actually played not only the good side of a character journey, but also the dark side of a character journey. I never did that in Fallout, nor in all Mass Effect games. I've only done it in Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is not only my favorite Star Wars game, it's also my favorite games of all time. I absolutely love this game. I'm actually currently playing it right now on my computer because I love it so much. If you love Star Wars, I highly suggest you check this game out. If you're a Star Wars fan and you have not played this game, I'm telling you guys, you're missing out big time on one of the best stories in the Star Wars universe, and by far Revan is my top 5 Star Wars characters. So overall, I'm giving Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic a 10 out of 10. I consider it a perfect game. I don't think there's any flaws within it, bugs, none, story-wise, none. I was completely in the journey from start to finish. I have beaten this game about 4 times, I think, and I have put over 50 hours into it. It is that good, guys. Seriously, if you're a Star Wars fan, check this game out. You will not be disappointed. Alright guys, that was my review of Knights of the Republic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment and let me know below, who is your favorite character in the game if you've played the game. If not, again, please play the game. It's incredible. Alright guys, again, happy Star Wars Celebration Day. And until the next review, I will see you guys next time.